Recording in progress. Brandon Chalmers, before we begin, I have something that might get us in trouble with the boss, but I'm going to do it anyway. I want it to be clear, if you're seeing this visually, then you see our banner that says Black Trans Lives Matter, which means J.K. Rowling is not welcome in our dojo in any way, shape, or form. Now, why this matters is because our network, the Nerds of Color, on the main website, they posted a trailer for the upcoming Fantastic Beasts and Where to Fuck 'Em. So I want it to be clear that even though we are part of the network, we do not support this upcoming film. You and I. The rest of the network, I understand there are obligations, like there's a relationship with Warner Brothers, and part of the Nerds of Color is about entertainment, and they focus and they cover a lot of things, and they have interviews with a lot of these actors and stuff. Like,
would you like me to give the proper disclosure statement before you continue?
Oh yeah, sure.
The thoughts and views of the fucking Duocast do not necessarily represent the views of the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network. Therefore, any and all conversations, innuendos, assumptions, and or accusations here and thou that are set forth are not the responsibility of the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network and do directly reflect the views and responsibilities of your one, Jamie Noguchi, and his co-host with the Mo-host, Brandon Chalmers. Thanks, kids. Now, let's talk about that fucking dickhead who got kicked out of England for being too fucking rich and then decided that, fuck it, I guess we'll just change characters after the fact, go fuck around with everybody's childhood. And oh, by the way, fuck it up in the first place because the movie should have been about Hermione.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna stand on that. Like,
That's true.
Potter sucks.
Hermione Granger and saving the two stupid boys.
Like, Ron's great from time to time. Like, Ron's a fun character. Yeah. Fucking Harry sucks. He's lame.
Yeah.
I got a scar. Big deal.
I just wanted it to be clear up front that I haven't told Keith this, but like, we do not support any of the Potter projects or any of that stuff because there are people. This is one argument that I've heard that like, oh, I want to support the people who made this film series because, you know, they put a lot of hard work into it.
You mean the ones that are already out?
No, the ones that are coming up, like the Fantastic Beasts franchise. Like there are people who said like, I understand that she's a terrible person, but like I want to support the people making this movie, so I'm going to go see it. And my thing is, they're already paid, so you don't need to like. Your ticket price is not going to the people to make the movie. It's not going to the effect artists. It's not going to it might go to the actors because they might get a piece of the back end, but it's not going to the studios. It's not going to the extras. It's not going to the director.
At this point now, they're in bed with Rowling.
Yeah,
because they're willingly signing up. Because we're not talking like, if we're talking about contractual obligations, unless there was a contract that was signed when she decided to go publicly be the fucking shithead that she is. If they're contractually, what is it? Redmayne? Eddie Redmayne?
Eddie Redmayne. Yeah. He's the main dude.
If Eddie Redmayne signed a contract pre all of this, and that dude is contractually obligated to continue making these fucking movies,
yeah,
fine.
Yeah, but
I get it.
He's going to get
that guy needs.
He's going to get a paycheck whether or not you and I or anyone else sees the movie. Like they get paid already,
and that's what I understand. But what I'm getting at is, if you signed up for these upcoming movies now, you have made an active decision that your career is more important than the standing of working with these people, and that is a perfectly acceptable response. There are a lot of people who work for and with things like petroleum companies, depending on how evil you think they are, Monsanto, the almond industry, the same fucking people who control all of the water in California, the people who make those little cutie oranges that are fucking awful people.
And they taste that. They go rotten like instantly.
What? Well, yeah, because they're trapped tiny little souls in there. That's how they make them so delicious.
Yeah. So I saw that on the Nerds of Color Twitter. I saw that on the Nerds of Color page, and I was like, well, we're gonna blow up the spot tonight, but it's okay because we're low podcasts on the totem pole, and hardly anyone listens. So
you know, it's nice when I'm not the guy causing trouble on our podcast for a change.
We're going to blow up this
usually spot. I'm the shithead causing all sorts of ruckus.
But I feel like when you cause a ruckus, it's to like people you actually know.
That is true. I will put my name on it. I make sure that like, you know what the fuck's going on. Believe me, I would love to get into the fucking conversation that I had about the COVID booster with a family member of mine, not one that I married into. Holy shit. Oh man.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Anyway, yeah. But so
when I bring up a topic, it's usually to the detriment of me. Yeah, I will never get I'll never get hired at Marvel. Like we're never gonna be able to interview anybody because we'll just keep continuing blowing up their spot. They're like, you're working with an asshole.
Also, we work in the middle of the day and we can't just drop everything to do a 5-minute Zoom chat with I don't know who the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just wanted that to be clear up front. I know nobody really is paying attention. And then by playing a trailer, it's not necessarily an endorsement, but I don't know. I wanted us because we have our banners the way we have them. I wanted us to say something. So here we go. We're saying something. And also J.K. Rowling is not welcome in this dojo.
No, not on this podcast, not remotely on this podcast, not in my world, not in my car, not on my fucking lawn. No.
And if the series has meant something to you, that's great.
Sure.
I would implore you not to buy any new shit because that money is going to her. If you have stuff in your closet or if you have stuff on your shelf that you've bought a long time ago, who knew? Now we know. And if you go forward and purchase things that directly support her, that is I feel like that's a conscious decision you are making on your part.
This is our argument with the Michael Jackson thing or the Eric Clapton thing.
Yeah.
Just in a different way.
It's a different,
And remember where we landed on this. Steal from them. You can watch Potter, but you have to steal it. You have to LimeWire the actual things, and you got to download a file.
Get that VPN, torrent
that might be wrong. Yeah.
You have a friend. You know, everyone has a friend.
Everybody's got that guy. Yeah. I want to find out that you're watching Potter on a Plex server. You stole it from somebody.
Yes.
You don't even own the stolen copy. That's how
and you're
stolen
You're watching it on a Game Boy or some shit like that.
Right. Yeah. I want to make sure that like your TV is like a desktop. Somebody has to break out a mouse on your like 50-inch TV in your living room because you are one of those TV nerds who's got like an entertainment server. I'm here for you. Yeah. I'm down with it.
Yeah.
But also don't pretend like you're paying for media.
Yeah.
You got it. Steal this. Steal it.
If the story of young Dumbledore in his prime is interesting for you, steal that shit.
That's right.
Don't give that hateful person any more of your money. She don't need it.
Yeah.
She don't need it. She don't need it. And nothing we do is going to change her mind.
Matter of fact, fuck it. Write your own story.
That's the other thing. Yeah.
Fanfic that shit.
Yeah. fanfic it.
Fucking Twilight it.
Yeah.
Twilight that shit. Fanfic it. Just write a series of fucking short stories about Dumbledore just fucking his way through all of England, around the world. Let him do a tour like the Beatles did when they were trying to find themselves and shit.
Yeah.
Like
50 Shades of Grey it. Write it so well that people get so excited that you just change the name slightly and then make bank on that shit and sell it.
Right. That's what I'm exactly.
Yeah.
You turn Harry Potter into softcore porn that would make J.K. Rowling fucking uncomfortable.
Yes. Lots of everything. Just lots of everything.
Yes. Literally, you know what you should do? Make the initials for your main character J and K and make the best friend Rowling and have them eventually fuck each other in an uncomfortable way that J.K. Rowling would be upset about. Yeah,
I think there needs to be more trashy fanfic that branches out of those circles and goes mainstream, because that's the only revenge that will be fun.
Yeah, I need you to make J.K. Rowling send you a cease and desist.
Yeah, that and a lot of them.
Right. Yeah, really test that legal team.
Yeah,
they got the money.
Yeah,
trust me.
I mean, the Potter font is already out there. You can already get that for free. So just use that shit and steal from her. Because at this point, no one's gonna reach her. No,
Jamie,
we're not.
The title Harry Otter is already out there and a genre waiting to happen.
Harry Otter. Oh man. All right, let's start the show.
Yep.
I'm still laughing about it. Fucking Harry Otter.
Yeah, I'm the fucking worst. I know it.
Brandon, since we briefly talked about English people, do you do an English accent or a Scottish accent or an Irish accent? One of the islands.
I would request, if that's the case, I need you to pick one of them and I'll do the other one, but I need you to play off me. I can't really go solo with that one. I need somebody to volley with.
Shit. It
can be very bad. I'm pretty sure mine's going to be bad too.
It's been a while. I think I can do let's see, a Jason Statham. Like, know what I mean?
Well, look here. We got ourselves Jamie Nakochi doing himself the finest transporter this side of Kilkenny. Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie no fucking Gucci. We find ourselves on the Green Mars that we find at the precipice, top of the mountain, that we call the fucking Doorcast. Now, there are some fucking podcasts out there that support fucking J.K. Rowling. Fuck that twat. There, I said it. Call her a twat. The insult's not very common. Jamie, very briefly, I imagine you'll be able to find our podcast on the Hard Knock Media podcasting network. Now that means,
very briefly,
nerds of color. Now, very clearly, if you can't tell, I am not a nerd of color. Now, I provide color commentary, but that's about as far as it gets. Do you understand, Jamie? By the power of Grayskull, rain down from the heavens it does, to bring you And you fuck over there, the finest of podcasts. Oi, you fuck. Raise a glass. I know you got. I have a toast. Because this is a fucking do-it-cast.
Oi.
Part of the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network. Cheers to you. Huh? You fuck.
Oh my God. Did you know that you can change Siri to have an Irish accent?
Yeah. Mine is actually a male Australian, and it's fucking great. It's like having Thor do my bidding.
Yeah, it's so good. I put in the directions to go to Dan's house, and I forgot that I had changed it to an Irish lady, and I was like,
"Oh yeah,
oh holy shit, that's awesome!"
Yeah.
Said, Siri, tell me a story. So she told me a story.
Right.
Oh my God. Brandon Chalmers.
Sir,
what have you been geeking on?
So I was going to talk about this last week. So I have been a proponent in the past of a YouTube channel and a brand called Hoonigan, right? So Hoodigan does a lot of really cool car-related content, and they tend to break shit, and they do fun builds, and they did a Paul Walker tribute build of the truck from Fast and Furious 1 that Brian drove when he worked for the race shop. Mm-hmm. They partnered with Paul Walker's brother and did a charity event and, give back. And, his brother's all involved with the charities that are going on there, and they're good buddies with everybody. But what they also do, and this is something I've mentioned before, is they race a car called the Hoonicorn. Now, what the Hoonicorn is, and if you Google Gymkhana Hoonicorn or Pikes Peak Hoonicorn, what you'll find is, and I'm going to try and do this from memory, a 1965 Ford Mustang notchback that has been lowered and given a four-wheel drive system, a sequential gearbox, so therefore you can just bang through the fucking gears without a clutch once you get the thing going, and 1,400 horsepower delivered to all four wheels. So it is a fire-breathing fucking skid machine, and it is delightful. Now, maybe like 2 years ago, I think at this point, might be only like a year and a half, they did a show called Hoonicorn versus the World. They got into an airstrip of a local guy in California, and they basically went out there and they put the Hoonicorn against other cars that you think are fucking fast, ridiculous, $1.6 million McLarens, all sorts of shit like that.
A Bugatti.
And they would do drag racing to either, usually the way it works is it was a series of three. So it was usually 1,000-foot marker straight up to the 1,000-foot. And usually the Hoonicorn would fucking decimate something. Then the second time they would go out, they'd negotiate some sort of like thing to make it fair. So somebody gets their ass kicked, you'd be like, oh, I want to go past the Hoonicorn at 60 miles an hour, and he's not allowed to go until I pass them. And he still would end up fucking digging in so hard on this car that he'd fucking go beating damn near everybody. I think there was one vehicle in the series that managed to beat the Hoonicorn. Now, smash cut to quite a few things that has happened, right? Ken was partnered with Ford Racing. He was doing rally racing for them. He was doing developmental shit for them. He was the Ford Racing guy, right? Ken's deal with Ford expires. He doesn't renew it. I don't know all the specifics, but Ken is no longer a Ford racer, right? So he owns the Hoonicorn. He's got it. It's his. So he can do with it what he pleases. So Ken gets a deal with Audi. And Ken's always been an Audi guy. So he's out right now doing testing. There's a whole series of them going to Germany to Audi's fucking facility. And Audi basically takes all their cars and they put them into a nondescript office building that has a garage load on the side of it. And it's just all of their old fucking race cars that nobody knows are there. Totally not to the public or anything else like that. Did a whole review of it. And then they took a bunch of them out there and they let Ken fucking beat on them. Hardcore beat on them. So we know that Ken is now part of Audi. No question about it, right? So this leaves the question of, they had a series that was really fucking popular on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and now they want to do another season. But they've got themselves a problem, because now that Ken is racing for Audi, he shouldn't be seen racing a Ford, showing that it's the fastest thing. God forbid, especially if they decide to have him race an Audi in his Ford and wins. So what they do to solve the problem is they release Hoonicorn versus the World 2. And they have a conversation before it. And they talk about how, it was really popular, but you guys all said these cars aren't fast enough, this and this and this. So the first thing they do in the first episode is they put the Hoonicorn versus a 4,000 horsepower NHRA full pro mod fucking drag car. Big goddamn scoop sitting out of the thing, big fucking Corvette, ridiculous fucking vehicle, right? So they have a conversation and they're like, cool. So they're talking to the driver and they're like, hey, so we told you that you're going to be racing the Hoonicorn, and you are. And he's like, right, but why isn't Ken in a fire suit? And like, well, there's going to be a driver change. And they're like, I texted you and I asked you, am I going to be racing Block? And the guy Brian's like, you are. And that's when they debut. Ken's 14-year-old daughter is now driving the Hoonicorn. She had a boot camp that is on her Instagram where she went and worked with learning how to drag race with Leah Pruitt, who is the fastest woman on the planet right now, who's also part of Hoonigan. Nice. Started working with Donkmaster. This guy races old big fucking donks, the ones with the big fuck wheels and the early 2000s. Yeah, he races those 2,000 horsepower fucking drop top ridiculous chrome clad fucking monsters. Race them all the time. She sat with him and learned how to smack talk and negotiate for races. She worked with the only guy who beat the Hoonicorn on how to do 4-wheel drive launches. She got a chance to work with all of Ken's old race cars to understand car control and sliding in 4-wheel drive. So she comes out and now she is the one kicking the shit out of, I think there are 5 episodes in. The only reason she lost against I think it's a 2,500 horsepower Nissan GTR is because she launched the thing so hard. She obliterated the transmission and torqued the drive shaft so hard. She ripped it in 2 pieces and left it on the ground and then got out and was pissed off that she broke the car. She's fucking savage, Jamie. Fucking savage.
Oh man.
She beat a guy who has a way too expensive fucking Ferrari with twin turbos and the whole nine. The guy was like, "Oh yeah, I built this car in an homage to the Hoonicorn, yada 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 yada," and then finds out that he's racing the daughter, and he's like, "Seriously?" She goes, "Yeah." And when she posted it up on Instagram of like the teaser, she's like, "Hey, you guys should come watch me beat up on this boomer. It's super embarrassing." Then I signed his hat for him and sent him home. And it's like, fuck, come on.
Does she have branded merch?
They're going to do that. Believe me, Hoonigan knows what they're doing.
Because I need pins, I need hats, I need one of these, I need like armbands.
But here's the coolest part that I've seen. Either the Hoonigan fans are so positive that no one talks shit, or they have a team of people who are on every single comment section. They didn't turn the comments off. They're going through and policing the comments. So when you scroll through the Instagram posts, it's nothing but, holy shit, dude, that's rad. I'll go Leah. And it's nothing but positive. And what I'm seeing them doing very quietly, but they're doing it, but they're ignoring the fact that they're doing it. They're turning a young woman into the fastest fucking racer on the planet. And they're putting all of these dude bros on their fucking ass. And all I keep seeing in the comments is she's 14 now and she races this fast. How fast is she going to be at 25?
Yo.
And it's like, wow. Like it didn't even occur to me. Right. Like at first when I saw it, I was like, this is rad.
Yeah.
I'm super happy about this.
It's her pre-career. before her career.
Her pre-career is to race a fire-spitting 1,400 horsepower monster against the fastest shit they could find for a promotional TV show.
Yeah.
Before she goes and starts racing professionally and then starts getting genuinely competitive against everyone.
Yeah. She's going to be racing for pinks as a hobby. Her garage is going to be huge.
Right. Now, I love also that there's a company, I think it's American Racing. They're testing new tire technology because the Hoonicorn launches so hard that the tires will sometimes have the rims spin inside them because they can't catch enough traction. So they developed a system that is still patent pending and doesn't even have a name. Leah's out there testing this technology to see how hard she can launch it. And that's part of why she broke the fucking car. Like, I am watching car shit change so fast with people like Donut Media, their cap I'm actually wearing right now, with Hoonigan, where the dude bro car guy of the past, the pins in the hat, Corvette driving shitheads, those guys are a thing of the past. And they're becoming the dinosaurs we all knew they were. And we all kind of groaned at them because we wanted to see some cool stuff. And it's what pushed me away from classic cars forever was the fucking people. And I'm sure there's still going to be a ton of them. But when it comes to being able to have real content, Jamie, in theory, your daughter, who might not be super into cars, could end up seeing this. And this could be the fun transition into her enjoying Fast and Furious movies, her enjoying fucking drag racing, us being able to go to monster trucks or something like that for a birthday. Yeah. Something really kind of out of the blue because she knows that potentially in a few years, she could be doing this.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like it's finally representation in automotive sport when it comes to not only women, but now we're not doing the like when Danica Patrick showed up and she showed up in a bikini for GoDaddy and everything else like that. And it was like, who cares how well she can drive? It's like, this girl's 14. We're not sexualizing her at all. She's in a fire suit. She's going to stomp everybody, high five everyone, and then fucking leave. Like, right. And it's like, okay, this is how you fucking do it.
Yeah. This sounds amazing.
Yes. So if you are within the sound of my voice and you are even remotely curious about this, Hoonigan.com, they have a YouTube channel, they have a Facebook, yada, yada, yada. But Leah Block is who you want to follow and check out. But Hoonicorn versus the World season 2 is the one that is really cool. And they make it very, very clear that like this young woman is a fucking world beater. And the second, and I love it because like there was a lead up to it where the guy, Brian, who is in charge of Hoonigan, sits down with Leah and is doing like an interview about her doing like rally racing and kind of building up to it. And he's like, so we're going to do the second season of Hoonicorn versus the World. Do you want to drive the Hoonicorn? She's like, yeah. And he's like, there's no hesitation. She's like, no, I want to drive the thing. And he's like, he just looks at the camera. He's like, she's savage. Know this. It's like, I got super fucking excited the second I saw this. I was like, oh, it's going to get even more aggressive.
Yeah, I do.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So
do you know me?
Like, right.
What kind of question? Right. What kind of dumb question is that?
Right. Well, the funny thing is I think Hoonigan's been around for 10 years. So I think Leah was like 3 or 4 maybe when Scotto first met Ken. So she was 4 years old running around the original Hoonigan site. So Scott has literally watched this young woman grow up. Mm-hmm. And now she's going out and fucking racing and axe throwing and all sorts of shit like that because Ken Block's a fucking maniac. Yeah. And yeah, like...
yeah, he's going to raise a fucking crazy person.
Well, my favorite part is she was the one who asked. She turned 12 or 13 and she told her dad that she wanted to learn how to drift. So literally Ken went out and bought her a Vanilla Ice style drop top Mustang and taught her how to drift and had his partners over at Rotiform. Remember the teddy bear wheels that were on the shitty cars for a while? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no
they're
idea.
literally like, they're literally like alloy wheels that look like teddy bears.
Oh my God.
And had them custom mill badass teddy bear wheels for the fucking car.
Yes.
Yeah. And like gifted it to her. And my favorite moment of a teenager being a teenager, he's like, happy birthday, I got you a drift car. She turned back. She's like, I don't want this. This is terrible. And it's like, he's like, your job's going to be to beat on it. She's like, yeah, but does it have to suck this much now? God damn.
Why is it awful, Dad?
Well, more importantly, why is it awful already? I like the idea of she knows she's going to put this thing into a wall. That's what you do with drift cars.
Yeah.
But also, does it have to suck this much originally? Like, can she get some decent photos?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, can I get some decent photos with it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
oh man, that's awesome.
I highly recommend that you watch it if you have a daughter or anything else like that, and you would like some positive car content, because you might possibly be into cars or want to get into cars and want to see if your daughter might be into it too. I would highly suggest this being kind of a way to open the door to see some really cool high horsepower stuff done in a relatively family-friendly environment, because they don't play around with it. And they also make it very clear that they change a ton of the safety equipment and everything. So they make sure to, she's strapped in like fucking Buzz Aldrin, and there's fire suppression systems, and they change the sequential to a paddle shifter to make sure that she's not fucking reaching all around or whatever it is. But yeah, you will forget she's 14 when you see that thing fucking tear off into the distance.
Paddle shifter. That's
awesome. Yeah. Full on fucking like, so it's just both hands on the wheel, and all of a sudden she just punches it. All four tires fucking light up, and she goes tearing off, and all you hear is meh, 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 and she's just fucking banging through one gear after the other. And you're watching her. By the way, she raced that the new Tesla, the Plaid, the ridiculous one that does 9 seconds in the quarter mile. Yeah. Blew the fucking doors off of it. That's how fast the Hoonicorn is, by the way.
Fuck you, Elon.
Yep. Yeah.
Man.
So
that sounds so amazing.
Yes. So that is what I have been geeking about for some time.
Nice.
And I think you should too. So that's my reading rainbow. So Jamie, what have you been geeking out about?
Well, we saw Shang-Chi for the third time.
Some of us for the first time.
Some of us for the first time. And if you have a moment, I would like that to be our discussion topic, and also what I have been geeking on, because frankly, ain't shit going on here. It's the same shit every day. So let me stop. Let me stop now, and we'll do a review. I forgot. You mentioned the
paddle shifters.
Paddle shifters. They make those for video game controllers, like back buttons on the back button here. So like, you can map it for jumping and punching, and then you can like aim. Yeah. That's not what I've been geeking on. But so Brandon Chalmers,
sir,
we had planned to get together, cook a whole bunch of meat, and watch Shang-Chi early in October, because that's when we thought it was going to come out on video on demand. Right. October came, it did not come out video on demand, but we still had a plan to get together, eat too much food. You couldn't make it the first time.
Yep.
We did it again to watch Dune. You couldn't make it the second time.
Nope.
Third time's the charm. We planned it. It happened this past Saturday. We got together. You, me, Dan, and Miles. We cooked up a whole bunch of dead animals. Shoved them in our face. And
I made garlic bread.
You made garlic bread, which was fucking fantastic. We got the foods together. We sat down. We watched the Shang-Chi. Brandon, how did you like the Shang-Chi?
I think out of I'm kind of torn, because this movie's kind of all over the place, and there are some things that like I really like, because it's It's one of the wait, hang on. Are we worried about spoilers at this point?
I don't think so.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to talk about things that might be a spoiler for the movie. If you at all want to see this movie before I continue, stop the podcast. Okay? It's okay. I understand. I'm not going to be mad. But also, if you bitch at me about spoiling this movie, I'm going to drag you publicly. Know this. Okay? All right? Okay. Now, so the dad being the villain, right?
Yes.
One of the better Marvel villains.
Yes, he actually was a capable villain doing villainous things. You could understand where he's coming from, but you also want him to stop.
Right. Okay. How the fuck is he that old?
Apparently the rings, that's actually, I have no idea. That's actually not
because he takes the rings off for fucking ever and doesn't seem to age.
That's not really explained. That's a very good point.
Right. So does that mean he's like metahuman or whatever the fuck it is, or like a mutant, or is he?
Until you said something, I always assumed that the rings kept him immortal, but I don't know if I don't know if they say one way or the other.
Okay.
I don't know if they say one way or the other.
Let's assume for conversation's sake that the rings keep him alive that long. Now, you and I both know that means he was cheating on his wife when he said that he wouldn't wear the rings. He was definitely wearing the rings to stay alive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's not pretend. Good. Yeah, let's get that one out of the way right now. Okay.
Looking that good for 14 years. No grays, no nothing. He was
no grays, no nothing.
He was dipping in some ring action.
Right. Yeah. He had to be fucking like, you know, she goes out to the store and he's like, hello, ladies. All right. Tom ring 30. Here we go. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good fucking point. I hadn't even thought of that.
Right. And and the problem is that I think this is one of those, like, he's so close to being Ra's al Ghul that they just are like, he's immortal. And we're not even going to cover what I assume to be the rings, a Lazarus pit that I'm unaware of, the fact that maybe he's a mutant. Could he be an alien? I have no fucking clue, because that's the other thing we don't discover is, like, we hear the backstory in the beginning, but we don't see him obtain the rings. We don't actually know where they come from. So for all we know, he could be a fucking alien.
He could have been the one to bring them to the planet or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right. Like he could have been like, hey, so easy pickings. All right. So let's look like this. Sexy. All right. Now.
Well, yeah. The voiceover in the beginning say no one knows where he got him. Some say he found him in a cave. Some say he stole him from a crater, but we don't know for sure.
Right.
And he could be an alien.
Which gives him like potentially like an Iron Man feel. It gives him potentially like a Vandal Savage sort of thing of like, is he prehistoric man?
Yeah, and he finds them.
Right. And so like, is that what he's supposed to? Because that's the thing is like, he's got a real like Vandal Savage and Ra's al Ghul character thing going on.
That's interesting.
It's like, I took a little bit of this and I took a little bit of this, and I don't know who came first and who stole who from what. And like, Golden Age, Silver Age, 80s, whatever the fuck it is of comics, everybody was fucking stealing everybody. So like, I'm not pointing fingers one way or the other. So if you're a fucking DC or Marvel stan or whatever it is, and you're going to fucking yell at me, that's fine. But just know I'm going to blow you off.
Shang-Chi's father was Fu Manchu. So in the comics.
So it was 70s then.
It was it was bad. it were bad. So the Tony Leung's character is a creation for the movie / technically the Mandarin.
Okay. Gotcha.
But
So
you're right. That's actually, if he survived this movie, I would have liked to have seen an expansion on that backstory, because finding the rings throughout history, that seems like it could be pretty interesting. Like if he's not the
how
first
about
one.
the Legend of the Rings and we do a prequel?
Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be dope as fuck.
Like we actually do like a period piece. We follow him through time and show him being the warlord and everything else like that. But hell, we could do it where Wong figures out that they've been keeping track of the entire story, and Shang has to go through and actually see everything to undo a bunch. Like they could quantum leap that shit, Jamie. We could have our quantum leap movie. We could have Wong telling the story through the rings. So we get like this weird Mormon nod where we get like the plates telling the story of Joseph Smith, and then he gets Wong to take him back in time, right? And then he has to pretend to be his dad, right? Because he's got the other set of rings. So people are going to be like, "Oh my god, it's the guy with the rings," and he's like, "No, I'm the good one." And they're like, "No,
Wong's
fuck
coming
you."
out with Ziggy. Ziggy says,
right, yeah. Hey, so not for nothing, but Strange says this is a bad fucking idea. So like, hey, whatever.
Dormammu is telling us from the future. This is not
Dormammu would be fucking perfect. Sets a ring, zips on through. He's like, "Whoa, what the hell?" And then,
man,
right? And honestly, you know what you could do as a fun thing? You could have like, what is it, Katie? Come with him, and like to be dipping in and out and be like, "God, Sean, get it together, man! Like you're a superhero now." Like, Anyway, so that's what I want: prequel movie with Wong as Ziggy and Shang as fucking Scott Bakula. Yes. Honestly, if the first British king that he fights is actually Scott Bakula, way fucking better.
Oh my god.
Way fucking better.
That's hysterical.
God damn. Just a little nod. Just a little nod.
Yeah. I love that scene in the bamboo fight, like when he meets the mother. I liked the way that was shot, like that sweeping arc and all that kind of stuff. I was like, oh,
super
it's a kung
cool
fu movie.
Right. And that super cool part of the movie, super here for it. All of the subsequent fight scenes were very neat, very cool. I like that. Okay. Now, where the fuck was it Razor Hand? What the fuck is his name?
Razor Fist.
Razor Fist, the new Taser Face. So, because that dude showed up on the bus and I was like, who the fuck is this fucking C-ass level Marvel villain? Because all I can think is, if this is the bad guy, right, if this is the bad guy, this feels like a fucking Marvel movie. Not since the guy that Quill fucking beat in a breakdancing competition have I seen such a believable fucking villain. Right. God damn. Like, and I love Guardians, but fuck, come on.
Yeah, that was dumb.
So new Taserface, a bit much. Like, because also, could we not have gotten somebody less big and more intimidating? Like, because that dude looked like an overinflated Channing Tatum. Like, as someone who is like Grinch heart size, where it's 2 times too big, I get this. But also, you could have really put that fucking blade on somebody, I don't know, who can do some kick flips and fucking, what was Tony Jaa doing?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. But I was
still
thinking,
fighting Paul Walker. Is that what he was doing?
But I was thinking, like, all of the Razor Fist scenes could have been done by the mask dude, the guy, the death dealer or whatever his name.
Yeah,
the mask guy, because he looks badass,
super cool. And then we get like 2 scenes. Dead, right, and then fucking dead. By the way, again, like I thought initially, why was Mask Person not their mother reanimated? Where dad has to feel really fucking bad.
Yeah, when you said that was like, holy shit, that would have been creepy as fucking.
Right, because Why is it every scene where he's talking to his son about trying to save his mother and, save her from the decisions of the past and blah, 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 and looking right past him to that fucking person in the background, knowing exactly who he's talking to and knowing that that person is their mother, just dead inside, just following his orders.
And you have
in the
to
hope
get
that
the
he can
soul.
find her soul.
Yeah. Bring the soul and put it back in. Nope. Yeah.
We got to kill that badass looking character in the fucking lamest D&D death I've seen in some time. Yeah. Right? Yeah. No, not the soul coming out of my face mask. No. Fuck you. Come on.
You asked that when we were watching it. I was thinking like, it's not that movie, but God damn it, do I wish it was that kind of movie.
Right. Because when we're getting into lore, because all I'm thinking is you've got the kids, you've got the mom, you've got the dad, you've got a ton of regret with dad. Dad has an empire. He's got his things. You've got a mystical background. Mom has an origin story that's questionable, and clearly we're going to find out more of it later on. You've got this random other character. You've got fucking layers. Let's start taking the chess pieces and moving them around the fucking board, because you could have written a really great story just with that contained cast.
Yeah.
You take that contained cast, you give one weird plot point, which are the rings, and then you add comedy, cue Awkwafina, and you're there.
Yeah.
You're fucking there.
Get rid of Razorfist.
If the mask came off and Awkwafina literally went, wait, the weird guy's your mom? Fucking, I'd have been doubled over. Doubled the fuck over, because it would have been a Shyamalan level plot twist and also a great moment.
Yeah.
Because you could have had Shang take the rings from his dad in a moment of anger. You could have had your fucking Star Wars moment. You could have had him literally do the, what did you do? Why is she like this? Why did you do this to her? Right. And take the rings with force and then have his sister stop him from killing him. And that needs to be the plot point moving forward is he now possesses this great power that he could genuinely undo the world with. And he has to control his shit because, like fucking Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. Fucking Marvel tie-in. God damn it. By the way, I don't know if you saw the meme going around. I know I posted it, but I will stand by the idea that Uncle Ben in this universe is fucking Joe Pesci. Okay. Aunt May is Marissa Tomei and my cousin Vinny.
Oh, I love
100%.
I love it. Yep. I love it.
Yeah.
So it sounds to me like you liked bits of it, but there was a whole bunch in the middle that was kind of like,
there are some things that I don't understand why they didn't follow through with. Now, big plot points and writing and everything else like that. That is me shooting for the moon, playing the hindsight game. Fair enough. Like, that's unfair of me to do. I can fantasy book all I want. I watch wrestling. I get the idea of watching something, but wanting something else.
Oh, yes.
No problem.
That's basically every pay-per-view we watch.
Now, we never cover the following things. Where the fuck all that dragon shit comes from? Did they kill another dragon? Or does that dragon shed like a fucking schnauzer?
Because her scales are a different color. Like a lot. Not even a shade close to red.
Right. If that door was wide the fuck open initially, how did they get enough dragon scales to seal that door? If that door was wide open, why the fuck did that dragon have so many problems with the small amount of little demons crawling around its eyes before it we're talking about that dragon almost died from conservatively 1/32 the amount of army that could be coming out of that door.
Yeah.
I ain't buying this story.
It should have been like the flood in Halo, like everybody getting
fuck dominated. All that. how about some real backstory? And we find out in the next one that actually the 10 rings are what actually saved the day. And the dragon was just the one that was on their side. They Jesus Christ it. They left everything out. What happened in between the ages of 13 and 30? No fucking idea.
Yeah.
But here he is making miracles. Definitely not fucking people randomly and walking on water for party games. Definitely not that guy.
Maybe they left it purposely vague so they can explain some of that cosmic shit. Because she says, like, Michelle Yeoh's character says, like, Talo, the realm of Talo extends way beyond this little village. And I'm like, I need to know how and where.
Right. Because it makes me wonder if is the dad Asgardian?
Right. Or is there another cosmic realm that we have yet to, like, are you part of the multiverse? Like, does Talo stretch across, like, are there different Talos? Because the mural that she walks in past, there's a city with these big gleaming towers, and you look at the village and it's huts. Little huts.
Well, yeah. I mean,
little Asian-y huts. But the mural, we have these sci-fi towers. How did we go from sci-fi towers to little huts?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand what the CoonLoon tie-in is.
Where's CoonLoon? Yeah.
Well, no, we know where CoonLoon is. Danny Rand fucking had it burned down because he sucks. That's what happened to CoonLoon. We left the immortal Iron Fist in charge, and like a fucking kid with a grease fire, he just let the fucking house burn down.
I don't know what's going on.
Right. I'm rich. I don't know what to do. Dragon power. Like, fuck.
Dragon sword.
Right. Yeah. So, like, I assume there's some sort of other dragon related bullshit going on there. I got to be honest with you. My biggest issue with this movie, what the fuck is with his Mater D outfit looking fucking superhero get up? This fucking weird Renfest ass leather shirt, some fucking like Walmart slacks, and then shoes that match the leather shirt somehow. Like, he knew he was going to color coordinate like some fucking sad ass Power Ranger, and then doesn't even do it right. Because at least the Power Rangers fucking up and down. Yeah. Like, little bit. Right. Like, how about some fucking slacks that match the, like, how about some fucking like curtains that match the fucking carpets? How about that? Like, where are we at?
Yeah, I've not been a fan of that design. I've not been a fan of the version in the comics either. But like that, I don't know. It compared to all the suits that they've designed for all their other iconic characters, it's not much there. I guess like Shang-Chi was originally basically Bruce Lee, so they throughout most of the comics he's just shirtless, fighting stuff, doing kung fu. And,
cool,
but like,
fine.
Yeah, he needed something. And why was his sister's costume a different color than everyone else in the village? Like hers was white, and everyone else had red, and none of the other people had a white motif at all.
I don't understand that. I don't know if that's like the woman is special, the daughter of whomever, yada yada. Like, who the fuck knows? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Mom supposedly had them wear that. So I guess Mom's got that fucking lion-o sight beyond sight to know what size the kids are going to be. Yes. So, you know, which frankly, by the way, if he'd have been Will Ferrell fit, where he's like fit but a little doughy and had to squeeze into that fucking thing, again, this movie could have been funny as fuck.
Doichi.
Yeah, like, but
Dad bod chi.
The superhero outfit is fucking lame.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not a
like,
fan
honestly, you had that long to figure it out, and that's where you landed. Like, at least Dad had the decency when he showed up to meet Mom to dress like a fucking Colombian drug lord.
Yes.
Like fucking Asian Pablo Escobar just fucking goes sauntering into into the jungle like, hello. Well, yes, I do run the 10 rings. This is my
ladies.
Howdy. How's it going?
I think if they pulled a lot of imagery from like Chinese dramas and Chinese kung fu movies and things like that. I feel like they could have done a little bit. I agree with you. I feel like they could have done something different with his costume because it's just there.
Yeah, you know why? You know how I know? Because your favorite of mine, Show Nuff, exists. He's got Jordans on. Why is he not dressed like fucking Show Nuff?
with the face
with
pads.
The fucking shoulder pads, deep V's. Deep V's. Come on, man.
The glasses.
Right to the fucking glasses. Dude, if he got the proper ones that moved, like if he could, right before the battle started, put the fucking blinders up and those things kicked up and he's like, let's do this. And be like, yes, because then he'd be a kid of the era rocking the fucking Jordans and we could have blasted fucking King of Rock by Run DMC.
Yes.
And then the movie soundtrack would have been fucking perfect. Fucking perfect.
God,
because what that movie needed was more hip hop.
Yeah.
When it mattered.
Yeah. Man, I really want a Legend of Show Nuff movie. Like him finding the glow, him building his empire, him getting his ass beat. Like I need more Show Nuff. I dislike remakes and prequels in general, but if we're gonna do it, let's have fun with it. Give me Show Nuff.
We could have had the homage. We could have had the homage.
Am I the prettiest?
Right. Just watch
so
Aquafina flip out, be like, I thought I didn't know you before. I definitely don't know who you are. And him just repeating it to himself. Am I the prettiest? And then looks at her and she's like, no. And then, am I the baddest? No.
Because Tony Leung's stuff looked tight. All of his costumes looked amazing. All of his suits, his ancient suit looked amazing. His bad guy suit, his sweater, coming home, finding her down. Like he looked good in the sweat. Like
right, dude, just casually dressing on a Saturday like fucking Dr. Alan Grant on a fucking dig. Like he's gonna fucking dig up a velociraptor. Yeah. Just walks in like fucking Jay Leno in the like light denim shirt. Be like, so I see you children have returned to my empire. My ninjas have brought you here. Yes. Behold my shirt. Now,
it's so good.
I've stolen both of your necklaces and I'm going to stick them in the face of this giant wooden dragon and I'm going to make this entire room come. Get ready.
It was so moist.
God damn. Like I've never seen a room sploosh before, but like
sploosh.
Right. Basement's flooded. Like, oh,
literally.
Yeah.
Brandon, overall, how many legendary rings would you give this out of 10? Because we have 10 rings to work with. How many rings?
I think 7 bordering on 8. It is a fun movie that I think has a ton of potential to have other sequels. That has a lot of fun characters and it has just some random things that like I don't understand. Like I'd love more backstory on the sister and her whole fucking empire because she went from running some sort of like big fuck superhero supervillain fighter ring to getting her ass kicked and then suddenly just like, how did she suddenly get her ass kicked? What the fuck happened to her whole empire? Why does she not try and build that the fuck back up again? What about all of her connections? Like it was literally like, because the part that bothered me about that mostly is after watching the whole thing, it really does make it feel like the only reason they had that there was to show one, that she's strong, independent woman. Cool, fine. But it really felt like a plot point to just interject Wong.
Yeah. Every time I've seen it, the stuff with Wong fighting Emil, the Abomination, it just comes out of left field, and it's just like, why is this a connection? Why couldn't it just be some like random giant creepy monster or something like that?
Dan talked about the idea of like Wong complaining he was broke. So like the idea of him being there in a fighting ring fine. Like, but it just, because there was no other follow-up, because it wasn't Wong checking in on them about anything, because it wasn't Wong in the background all the time. And honestly, if I rewatch it and I like stop the photo and you just see Wong just standing in the background of scenes, like I didn't even notice, be like, fuck it, there he is. Yeah. Like if I get to play Where's Wong Do, I'm here for it. And I'm genuinely here for it. But if that's not the case, then let's not pretend what that was. That's you guys shoehorning that in. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, fine. But like, would it have made a difference if Wong just showed up at the end, just checking out the rings?
Yeah, I don't know. If he wasn't there in the middle of the movie, I think it would have been fine if he just shows up at the end.
Right, because you'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So like, I can't tell if him being there just adds nothing or takes away from it.
It's a little spice, I guess. A little sprinkle. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not sure I'm ready to sign off on that quite.
No. I am conflicted about this movie as well. I feel like Zhilong, the sister, was the most interesting character for me. I wanted to spend more time with her. I kind of wanted a series with her or whatever. And Shang-Chi should be the star of the show. And I don't know, all of her scenes, her backstory felt more interesting than his.
Well, this is the Harry Potter problem. We've created a strong female character, but we're not ready to pull the trigger on her actually being the lead. So we do this kind of shared lead thing where we let the dude kind of take charge of everything. This is how Iron Fist ended.
Yeah.
Where Iron Fist sucked, and then they got through to the end, and fucking Colleen becomes Iron Fist. I'm like, this is fucking rad. Iron Fist has a sword. She's super cool, way more capable, and doesn't piss and moan every time she's gonna get her fucking craft dinner.
Yeah.
She's fucking awesome.
Canceled.
Right. And all I could think is, she's got a great outfit. Her shit looks fucking tight as fuck.
Yeah.
Why is she not fucking dressed like some sort of weird Sunny Surplus catalog where like she's got the weird fucking dragon scale shirt and then just a pair of like Walmart cargo pants or something?
Yeah. So I don't know.
The bottom half of Shang-Chi was sponsored by Dickies, and I'm not here for it.
Yeah. I think I would give it 7 rings because it feels like there's a lot of ideas here, but all the other stuff is way more interesting than the main guy, and I feel bad for that because I want to spend more time with Tony's character. I want to spend more time in the bamboo forest. I want to spend more time with the sister, and then Sean.
Right. I asked this when we were watching the movie. Does everyone just eat Morris? Because this is my same conundrum with Pokemon. Like, they're animals. You're in a forbidden forest. Jamie, did you see any cows?
I did not see any cows.
Any chickens?
Did not see any chickens.
Pig or two?
I did not see any pigs.
Maybe an elk?
I saw a Kieran.
Some sort of dragon-looking fucking elk.
Yeah, Kieran.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So clearly their food, right? The giant fuck dogs, their man's best friend. They're fucking great. The dragon, they're definitely not touching, at least until they need more shields.
Yeah.
So like that one's super safe. A-okay, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But like everything else feels like fair game. And the idea that there's an animal that seems plump, robust, kind of slow, very friendly, and has no mouth or ass to speak of makes me question a ton of logistical shit. Like, does it actually secrete its waste out of its skin? How the fuck does it actually eat? Is it like a whale shark where it just takes things out of the air and collects them and draws them in?
Yeah.
Do they actually have a secret mouth and it just refused to actually show it? Like, is it like the Attack the Block sort of things or whatever the fucking, what is it, the Miyazaki thing or whatever it is, or like it's got the fucking giant hidden mouth?
Yeah. Or,
right, like,
or do the people of Ta Lo have super magic food? Because that's, again, there's more, if this is like the little hut village, what do they eat?
Who are they fucking? Is that nothing but a village of cousins?
They say these things and they expect us not to think about them.
Is Talo the fucking Olive Garden of the fucking realms?
Yeah. Are they vegetarian?
When you're here, you're literally family. It's just nothing but unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks because we can't bring ourselves to eat Morris.
Yeah. Do they get magic food? Like, do they get Talo DoorDash? Do they get DoorDash from the main Talo?
I assume they have to all be vegetarian. That solves the animal problem.
Yeah.
Which, okay, fine.
Yeah. God damn it.
See, this is my problem. I'm a practical fuck and I have questions because if you're going to build a universe, I want to know how everything works.
And
what
where you
eating, who you fucking, where's all the extra housing? Because I saw like 2 huts and like 40 people. So are y'all just like laying mats out there? Like, does it never rain? Is it like Southern California?
But
like,
also, where are the big buildings?
Well, I assume different city.
Right, but what, like, I don't know. I want to know where the big build. I want to see the shiny part of Talo. I'm a city guy. I want to go to the city. I want to see Talo City.
Yeah, I'm wondering if like Wakanda is actually part of it.
Because some of those buildings did look like they could have been Wakandan.
And that's me fucking stretching. Believe me, I know.
Because that's the only other reference we have in the Marvel universe of another civilization away from civilization that has different technology other than Asgard. We got Asgard, Wakanda, and Talo, except the 2 versions of Talo we see are wood cut out Talo with these gorgeous towers and the Talo we see in the movie, which is huts.
Right. And it makes me wonder, by the way, if it's actually more similar to like if we find out that on the other side of the mountain with the dragon scale entrance or whatever it is actually just a hidden city that they haven't talked about. There's all new like fucking Asian Wakanda where like they've been super advanced the whole time. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But like giant
place is totally shielded. Right. Yeah. Now, if that was true, why the fuck didn't any of them show up to help?
That's the other thing.
Yeah. I assume it's just this one village.
Or is the village the outcast? Do we find out that the village is full of outcasts or the farmers, and the rest of Talo is like, yeah, fuck it, fuck these guys, can't stand them. We're tired of their bullshit. Souls,
weird monsters that only dragon skins can somehow defeat.
That
Game
sounds
of
like
Thrones.
Made up. Yeah.
Yeah. What a terrible plot point, Janie, to have weapons developed from dragon parts be the only way to kill the big bad. It's almost like they're like weird White Walkers or something who can only be defeated, but that's not an original idea at all. So we'd never develop a bunch of weapons from dragon shit and have that be the only way to solve the plot. The only way, Jon Snow. The only way.
The only way. God, I need a map. I need them to tell me that this is the entrance is all broken and old as shit. And then you go to the city and it looks dope as fuck. I need a map.
Yeah.
I need a map. Cause how do you get from those towers to huts?
I mean, maybe all of the people, maybe this is just who's left after the giant war.
All the huts.
Because like, let's think about this giant fucking city, right?
Yeah.
Crumbles over thousands of years, gets overtaken by all the mountains and everything else like that. Yada, 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 yada. The people who are surviving there are the last remnants of the great civilization. And they've managed to just fuck themselves into a genetic corner where they happen to have one. And now we come to find out that Talo and the people there are more like weird, like multi-dimensional rednecks where like they've got Like it's more like an Appalachia thing where the second you decide to fuck out of the family, you get banned. So that's why Mom was no good.
Right.
Where he's like, you banned her. And they were like, no, we banned you because you're city folk and we'll not have your parts here, sir. Now, I said, good day. Someone get me my dragon stick.
Talos the fucking rednecks.
Right. And then like the old guy's like, I said good day. Please get my dragon stick. Okay, Paul, I'm gonna get your dragon stick.
Okay, Paul.
And then some fucking Andre the Giant looking fucking kid comes running out with a goddamn dragon stick in some dragon clad overalls and shit. Paul, I got your dragon stick. You want me to give him a special hug? Like, maybe you should, Junior. Maybe you should give him one of your special hugs. Right. And then, like, Dad throws like 10 rings at him and it bounces off because giant fuck gut because he's wearing his dragon overalls. And he's like, that hurt. Come here. And right. And then somebody starts playing the fucking dueling banjos, but it's on like an ancient Chinese guitar looking thing. Right. Yeah. Then we get some sort of like weird deliverance shit going on.
Oh my God. That's the answer.
And he's all like, squeal like a dragon. Sue-wee.
We're not. See, the problem is, Brandon, we're not going to get the answer.
Squeal 10 rings. Squeal.
We're not going to get the answer. Talo is always going to be huts.
Right.
It's always going to be huts. And then why show me the towers? Why show me the towers?
Jamie,
why show me the towers?
Because white people can only be okay with Asian cultures having small traditional huts. We can't handle that kind of power, Jams.
Then where was the rice? Where was the rice? If you're going to give us huts, give us bowls of rice.
Jamie, we're trying to be more sensitive these days. Okay? We're not trying to just put rice patties everywhere. All right? God damn.
Well, then we're eating Morris.
I've been a fan of Team Eat the Fuck Out of Morris for some time. Second I saw that thing, all I could think is, there's a lot of fucking meat on that thing.
It's so gushy.
No. What if it's sturdy? It topples Ben Kingsley without fucking trying.
That's true.
Like that thing is literally hamburger shaped. He's perfect. You snap the fucking limbs off, pull the wings, and literally put it on end and just slice. Just big fucking sheets. Yeah, I could cut Morris in half and feed him into a fucking meat slicer in 6 minutes.
Morris Burger. Welcome to Morris Burger.
Morris Burgers, Morris Steaks, Morris Flank,
direct
Morris Tartar. Right. How about some Talo tacos, huh?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
Yeah, you should probably go watch it. It's a lot of fun. Like
it's fun.
He says knowing the spoiler tag and everything else like that, and hopefully everyone who's seen it, who wants to see it, has already seen it. And if not, if I'm the reason that you're like, hey, you should totally go see this. Whoo, boy, you have been on the fence, and I'd like to know. And so, Jamie, if I've encouraged you to watch this movie, do us a favor. What's the email address? When was the last decade you checked that thing?
info@fuckingdoitcast.com.
Cool. And Jamie will check it after the new year. So this way, when we read it, it'll be nice and relevant.
Yeah. I think I have it. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Yep. info@fuckingdoitcast. Yep. There you go.
Cool.
Brandon Chalmers, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at @thatguychalmers. By the way, Jamie, real quick warning. During the holidays and leading up to it, we are on the precipice of it. I really love to hop in the Wayback Machine and look at all of the terrible holiday recipes that white people used to post. So warning to my Instagram account for the next couple of days. if you are concerned about seeing meat frozen in carbonite that is Jell-O, look away. Wait until after the new year, because I'm going to be showing it, because I am here for holiday favorites. Like, Jamie, I found a recipe today for, not one, but 2 recipes for hot Dr. Pepper.
Please tell me you have 8x10 glossies of candle salads.
the cranberry candles that you can actually burn are a whole thing. What was the one that I'm fucking like, I was super horrified about? There's a tuna mold that you top with A1. There it is. That's the one.
Ooh.
Ham and bananas hollandaise.
Oh, good Lord. How did we
decide to take bananas, lay them after lovingly tucking them into ham, and then
we survive?
Just look, man, I come from a mayonnaise and potato-based culture, all right? Like, we do dangerous things with oil. Somebody looked at oil and looked at eggs and went, bet if I beat the shit out of that long enough and make something new.
I don't understand. All of history is white people fighting wars for spices, and then you finally get them and you go and invent mayonnaise, which is the blandest tasting anything.
Right. And then we do things like ring around the tuna.
Oh, God damn it. If you are not watching this on YouTube, you are missing these photos. So definitely go to Brandon's Instagram, because
Jamie, are you ready for an ad that says Jell-O makes leftover turkey taste like Thanksgiving again? Whatever makes Jell-O that color, do you see how dark red that is?
That's goat's blood.
Is that somebody, like, I have questions. Is that somebody mixing genuine cranberry sauce in with Jell-O and making it that dark? Okay, fine. What are the magical chunks floating inside of it? And then I assume that's just chopped turkey, leftover turkey, just sitting like a crown of disappointment inside that ring of fire.
Chunks of kidney and
right. But like, who in what universe wants to take America back to that? For the record, kids, when we're talking MAGA, that's what y'all used to eat. That is the epitome of food. That's
what y'all
it.
Used to eat. That's what y'all used to eat in the MAGA days.
Like, look at this fucking weird fuck family. Look at them selling around the Jell-O mold.
Hello, June. What do you have for us today?
And Billy, the only smart fuck, not with anything on his plate. Look as the rest of them try and Stockholm syndrome his ass into taking a piece.
Why, Billy, you're not eating any of your Jell-O turkey.
No, Dad,
Jamie,
fuck off.
Jell-O turkey is people. You heard it here first, okay? It's human. It's long pig, all right? Know this.
Dad, I don't want to eat people.
You'll have your turkey Jell-O and you'll like it, son.
Right. Because in this family, we do what Dad says.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right. Because it's 1950 fucking 2, and everyone else needs to shut the fuck up when Dad's speaking.
Ha.
Right. Jesus Christ. So anyway, I love to hop in the Wayback Machine because I love that awful Don and Mike bit where they talked about Kraft Baby marshmallows, where they do the long recipes.
Oh, man.
Just another holiday favorite from your friends at Kraft. Like,
God damn it.
Oh, man. Anyway, Jamie, where can they find you?
Instagram, Jamie Noguchi. Many fewer recipes. I'm sad to say.
Yeah, up until the point when I get to do that Instagram takeover. Then get ready, kids.
Nothing but candle salad. Just
it's about to look like
Kimbo.
It's about to look like a fucking snowstorm because it's going to be a white front coming in, baby. That's what's about to happen.
Yeah, Instagram, wherever you find this thing, Angry Zen Master on Twitter, stuff, things, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's it. We're done. Gross. So gross.
Go get vaccinated, you fucks.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Please, motherfucker. Oh,
Seriously, I got boosted today. God damn it. Go get yours. Boosted.